Hello, it's Mikhail Strunkin here, and my final paper for the course Strategic Leadership, devoted to innovation strategy suggestions for my current employer, Visa Inc. In this paper, I would like to briefly explain and describe the current company strategy and to drive some concrete suggestions on how my current knowledge can improve the company strategy in the loyalty field. So let's start with our long-term goal, which is, if we talk about the loyalty solution, is to achieve global leadership in building end-to-end loyalty solutions for both issuers, which are banks, and merchants, who are actually the ones accepting the cards. At the same time, we still need to stick into our global mission, which is improving lives and economies all over the world. If we look at the scope that we have inside of Visa, that definitely like the four pillars that are of importance, which are products, and Visa has the highest quality of products available in payment industry. Um, we base our products on the customer preferences, and definitely we develop our products for having in mind the customer's behavior and their potential preferences. We no longer just provide payments anymore. We try to develop solutions that would help both customers and merchants not only to acquire customers but also do their retention. Uh, if we speak about strategy, for loyalty solutions, we target both issuers and merchants, but we still try to be and to remain a B2B model. And we keep the customer end-to-end customer relations to issuers and to merchants. We are naturally a global company, but our loyalty at the first stage is only available for big markets like US, like Europe, like United Emirates, and such like markets. Our loyalty model is based on engagement with third-party vendors that are doing all the logistics, and Visa being able to process all the transactions that people do with their card. So we do kind of a backup work, and we connect our customers to the loyalty that the vendor is doing. Naturally, like people is the core, and Visa has been focusing on attracting the best people available on the market, and we can say that we have really the dream team of payments industry. uh, Architecture is a pain point for the company because for the last 40 years the company was, you know, was quite fixed, I would say, in terms of how we were doing business. It has pretty flat organizational structure because we have kind of technical experts who know how the network works, and we have salespeople who sell this capability all over the world. Um, our routines also is probably a little bit weak point for Visa because majority of our revenue still generated by the same product that we had 20 years ago, which is transaction uh, transaction processing. But for the last 10 years, market has changed dramatically, and now we have bigger competition from other IT corporations, and that's why we now need to think like an IT corporation. And the trouble is that most of the people who work for Visa are coming either from banking industry or from other payment companies, which means we have quite rigid mindset so far. Uh, Culture is in Visa is built on a few foundations that all the employees share within the company, which is integrity, innovation, execution, openness, independent thought, partnership and success. Uh, one of the potential threats that I see in current Visa's situation is that Visa needs to transform from a company that only processes transaction into a company that provides real infrastructure and solutions. And we actually kind of going this direction because Visa was the first payments company who opened its platform to third-party developers, and now everybody can be using our APIs. When we speak about loyalty specifically, this is also one of the steps how we can get out of our usual routines and significantly strengthen our core business with clients through providing this non-standard solution. Our loyalty framework is pretty simple. It consists of 4 layers, which are the core benefits, the mass offers, the targeted offers, and the reward currency. And the reward currency is something that is most important and the most efficient in terms of how to get the customer. It consists of, like, the platform itself consists of 6 key elements, which means the points engine, the redemption catalog, customer interface, program advisory services, and program performance management. So the price for loyalty solution is still undiscovered, but I think it's really huge because like every single customer wants his card to have some loyalty element in it. In terms of complements, there are some programs that we can partner with, or who are actually kind of complement to our solution. Substitutes, there are a number of substitutes, like every external loyalty program is a substitute, but the difference is, like, for Visa being a huge infrastructure company, the cost per client and per point is much lower. Thus, we can say that we have a great advantage to the substitutes in terms of price. Opportunity cost is not very high because we outsource the solution and we don't bear any real cost until it is live or one single client is connected to it. Buyer power of an issuer is not that strong because, like, every issuer has Visa portfolio and they have no other option but to connect to our loyalty. The other option is they could give cashback or try to build their own system, but this is much more expensive. The supplier power is not that strong because there are a number of third-party suppliers among whom we are choosing our partners. And actually, this gives Visa a lot of buyer power. Rivalry is very approximate because MasterCard does have a similar system, but again, they are not targeting our customers. Barriers to entry are very high. So there's hardly any other payment organization that is going to appear in the coming years, and to be there, it would require them huge investments in technology, R&D, government relations, client relations, to enter a market and be able to provide similar service. Our 3 key competitive advantages are compelling content, hands-free delivery, and intelligent scale. In terms of innovation, we are definitely one of the most innovative companies in the world, and especially in the payments industry. But when we speak about loyalty, Visa is here pretty cautious. It goes exploitation way rather than exploration. So we don't really, try to encourage high variance outcomes, and we don't really support non-consensus ideas. So we try to be quite reserved here. So summarizing all that, I should say that to be innovative and to add on and to strengthen our position in loyalty field. So we should change a little bit our mindset and start to think like an IT corporation rather than a classic financial institution. Our current routines needs to be adapted so that we could react quicker. Um, so we need to transform from a company that just processes transactions into a company that provides solutions. And providing loyalty solutions would definitely strengthen our business with clients. And lastly, we need to change our approach to how we look at innovations. We need to start encouraging crazy ideas and encouraging non-consensus ideas, thus increasing the variance of outcomes and letting true innovation happen.